All right, so I'm just gonna like get right on into this. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this intro because I don't even think there's gonna be an intro because this is just exciting. I'm really hyped. I found this last night. I was going through trying to figure out what I was seeing, and then I had my mind blown. I was like, well, I gotta talk about this. This is crazy. So I just really want to get right on into this. But before I really do, I have to give credit where credit is due. And this person left this comment on my last discussion video, and they talked about that there was these pictures on the back wall of the first aid section and help on it too, specifically the scrap baby section, and I had never heard of that before. I had no clue what this person was talking about. I was like, what? There's picture? What? I guess I'll check it out, right? Like, I might as well. I have the game. So I went in. I was in VR. I went in. I turned. Sure enough, there's these pictures back there, and I was kind of shocked that I've never seen these before. And at first, I went through and they were kind of interesting, especially the one that has that like Funtime Freddy mask, because I wasn't sure what these meant, and I was a bit like curious what I was looking at, because there's one of Scrap Baby and then there's some other ones. So I went through, I took a quick video, snapped a few screenshots of them, and then yesterday I went in and started like actually, looking at them, trying to determine what exactly I was looking at, because I knew I wanted to make a video on them, and so I thought I might as well actually do some analysis, if you will, of these pictures. And we're just gonna start off with the big one, because why not? That's like the one I'm most hyped to talk about. But I was looking at this picture, and I could tell, there's the building on fire. This isn't the full picture. I didn't get a good shot of it, but there is a bit more of the building below where this picture shows. So it is a building. It's got a set of double doors. I'm assuming that it's the Pizza Sim building, since it's on fire in the first aid section, which is a Pizza Sim section. So it presumably is the Pizza Sim building. And then you get Funtime Freddy outside of the Pizza Sim building with a strange figure standing next to them. And at first glance, when I was just first looked at this, I was a little bit confused. I thought maybe this is supposed to show like Molten Freddy escaped and became the Blob, because the Funtime Freddy mask to me says the Blob. So I was like, maybe that's what it's trying to say, right? Funtime Freddy, or Molten Freddy escaped, got a Funtime Freddy mask. Like, that's what I thought it was trying to be. And then when I was analyzing the other person, because I don't know who that's supposed to be, they have like a tall head or something. Like, there's something on their head, and I don't know what that's supposed to be. Like, they have like a big hat or ears or what. Like, I don't know. But there's this person, and I saw they had like a hammer, and I was like, why would this person have a hammer? And then I got hit with like a brain blast, and I was like, this is crazy. Someone intentionally built the Blob. That is what this picture is telling me. When I look at this now, I see the Pizza Sim building on fire, and I see somebody's building the Blob, presumably out of something from the Pizza Sim location. Otherwise, why would it be there? So I take this as like, there's something from the building that someone used to intentionally construct the Blob for one reason or another. So the Blob didn't come about by like a rogue AI programming or spirits possessing it to accumulate all of this stuff. It seems like somebody intentionally built the Blob. Now, whether that's like they built a basic animatronic thing and then it slowly built itself up with other parts, or if somebody built it the way it is intentionally, I'm not sure. But when I look at this, that is 100% what I see, because there's somebody with a hammer right next to / over top of a thing wearing a Funtime Freddy mask next to the burning Pizza Sim building, which, if you guys don't remember, we find the Blob right below the Pizza Sim building. So there's clearly some connection there already. And to me, this just really seems like something from the building maybe it's Ennard, maybe it's someone, I'm not sure, but something got taken out of the building or got worked on in the building, has some connection to Pizza Sim, and was used to create the Blob by somebody in particular. I'm not sure who. I was trying to think of who would have access to something down there, and I was trying to think of like the top up-to-date information, because this is Help Wanted 2, so like the most recent in-universe game, so it has all of the up-to-date information as of Help Wanted 2, so every game before then and every bit of media before then can be included here. So I was like, it wouldn't make sense if it's Vanny, because why would Vanny create something that hates William Afton, seeing as she's possessed by William Afton? So it didn't make any sense to me that it would be that, so I don't think Vanny built the Blob. And I was trying to figure out, it kind of gives me like Staff Bot vibes, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like the puppet, or if it's supposed to be like somebody used a Staff Bot, or what. I'm not sure. I don't get the like thing on the top of their head. I'm not sure. If somebody can see that and know what that person is supposed to be, that would be great. But somebody intentionally built the Blob, and I think, well, that's not like it is pretty mind-blowing, but it's not like key for the story, because Secret of the Mimic obviously isn't gonna have the Blob. So I mean, that's pretty obvious there, but I think this could be helpful, because to me it shows that they are still thinking about the Blob, right? And I'm not going to use the Tangle because that's a stupid name, but we know that the Blob showed up in Security Breach and then briefly had the world's briefest cameo in Ruin. And I think the fact that they still showed up in Ruin were important enough to have at least that little bit of a cameo, and they have also this picture in Help Wanted 2, means that they've now shown up in some way, shape, or form in the last 3 games to take place in the FNAF universe. So to me, that seems like they have some level of importance to whatever Steel Wool and you know, just whatever the FNAF story has going now. So I think the Blob has some potentially big plans in the future, or at least some relevance to what's going on. They might come back in a different game, obviously not Secret of the Mimic, like I said, because that's a like super duper prequel, and it's already crazy enough they got Music Man in there. So obviously the Blob's not going to be there, but presumably whatever game is going to come next after Ruin would have the Blob show up. At least I'm hoping, because to me it seems like they have something in mind for that character. So, and kind of one last thing with this picture, kind of the ominous part of it, and it kind of caught me off guard too. I had like some chills, got like goosebumps when I had seen it, but I had just found, just put together that somebody was building the Blob, and I saw all the scribbles on the top of the page, and then they were over top of the well part, and the first thought I had, stupid, but I was like, OVT, what the heck does that mean? And then I saw the whole picture and I was like, get out soon. And I was like, oh, it gave me chills. It's giving me chills right now. I'm like, that's kind of creepy, because you could take it one of like 3 ways. Either, because it's got the Blob on here, so it's either saying the Blob is gonna get out soon, and whether that's supposed to be like getting out of the pit to destroy the Pizzaplex, whether it's gonna get out of the Pizzaplex and start roaming around somewhere. I don't know, but that's one way you can take it. Another way you can take it is it's talking to somebody, being like, get out before the Blob gets you. Or you can take it both ways, of it being, get out now because the Blob's gonna get out. So I just thought that was kind of ominous along with the Blob. To me, it seems like they have some pretty big plans, hopefully, for this character. And I was honestly completely shocked that I've never seen this before. I've never seen anybody talk about this. And like I said, I mean, aside from the person that left that comment, which, I mean, all credit to them. I never would have found this without that comment. But I've not seen anybody talk about it. And I don't know if I'm just not looking in the right place, but as far as I'm concerned, nobody's seen this and nobody's at least deciphered it the way I have. Now, I could be 100% wrong. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong about this picture. Maybe it's saying something else. But just looking at it and like doing a little bit of analysis on it, that's what I get. I get the get out soon. The blob is getting out. It's coming. It's going to be here. And somebody built it intentionally with a purpose. We don't know what that purpose is. Obviously, it doesn't like Afton. So it's got some... It's evil because it killed Gregory, but it doesn't like Afton. So it's not, you know... It's on like a Puppet or Golden Freddy level of character, it seems like, where they hate the supervillains, but they're also not necessarily the best character. But the get out soon is coming here, and it was built with a purpose. And I'm kind of looking forward to what they're doing with this character. Obviously, we're going to have to wait a little while, but I'm kind of hoping they do something, because this could be really cool. And that's kind of it for this picture. I do want to talk about, there's 3 more that I wanted to talk about. And I felt it was only fair since, you know, they're also kind of there and they have some kind of fun things with them. And we'll kind of go through those more briefly than we did with this one. But the next one I want to talk about is just this picture of Scrap Baby. There's not really too much to say here. It's pretty like beat up. There's some scratch marks on it. It's kind of got some scribbles. It's pretty dirty. But it's a picture of Scrap Baby. Now, whether that's saying she's dead, whether that's saying she's alive, whether that's saying something about her, I don't know. But there's a picture of her. If someone can decipher something crazy from this, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, it's just kind of a cool scribble of Scrap Baby. The next one, also going to be kind of quick. I'm not sure what to gather from it. It's a bit dirty and dark, but you have this person, presumably a girl, because it's like got the, you know, kind of stereotypical triangle body, but you know, you never know. Wearing red, got some longer hair, and she's presumably holding hands with somebody wearing blue. And there's a little heart. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And then they're like kind of standing over top of... I honestly don't know what this is. I couldn't tell you. It's like a potato with some little like loop-de-loops on its head. It's got a little stick sticking out, like a little triangle part here. I don't know what this is supposed to be. If someone can figure out what this potato-looking thing is supposed to be, that'd be awesome. The only thing I can maybe get from these two... It's kind of weird, but the only thing I can get, blue, Gregory, red, Cassie, maybe, but it could also just be 2 kids from the Pizza Sim building that drew a picture. I don't really know. This one was kind of weird. I wasn't sure what to gather from this one. But this last one is a little bit more interesting because it could also be hinting at some kind of, you know, interesting things. There was 2 ways I took this picture, and maybe there's more that I just didn't get, and obviously you guys have to let me know what you guys think of all of these pictures, because there could be some more fun things that you guys get from these that I didn't. So you guys are going to have to let me know, but the 2 ideas I get from this one is that it's supposed to be either A, showing the 4 animatronics from the Pizza Sim game, where you have... it looks like Kane from Digital Circus, but it could be Molten Freddy because it's got the top hat. You have the person drawn in yellow, most likely Sprillium. You have the person with a balloon and a red dress, maybe Circus Baby, because we know that she can, you know, do balloons. And she's kind of got a dress, so maybe it's supposed to be Circus Baby. And then you have this one, which kind of gave me like puppet vibes. I'm not sure why, but this one kind of gave me like the vibes of a puppet. So maybe it's supposed to show like the 4 characters from Pizza Sim. Or the other idea I got from this is that it's supposed to show the puppet next to Circus Baby. And it's supposed to show William with potentially Golden Freddy / Cassidy, because they're next to the head. They kind of look a little bit angry at the person in yellow. So my thought is maybe it's supposed to also be showing, like, you have Golden Freddy, Cassidy in the head of William, which is UCN, and then maybe while Cassidy's, you know, taking out the trash with William, you have the puppet who's dealing with Elizabeth / Circus Baby, and so that's what happens to her. So maybe Circus Baby goes through something similar, or goes through some of her own, issues, dealings with the puppet, and having Charlie have to deal with Elizabeth. So it's like the two, main spirit characters, Cassidy and Charlie, and they're teaming up on the two Aftons, and they're like tormenting them or something. I don't know. But that was kind of the other idea I got from it. Since they're both, these two random ones are both next to these two characters' heads. So that's kind of the idea I got. But I really don't know what I'm supposed to gather from this, because that's literally just Kane from Digital Circus. So I don't know what I'm supposed to gather from that. But those are kind of my two ideas from this one. And that was all of the pictures. It's a bit of a, longer quick take, but I feel like I just felt like I really had to talk about these, because at first I was just gonna do like a quick short and like just be like, oh, I was made aware of these, couple pictures and just do like a brief talking about them. But then I realized I did some analysis. I finally did some, analyzing on FNAF stuff for once in my life. And I feel like I found something, and I feel, a little bit of pride in the fact that I've not seen anybody talk about this. So the third time in the video, but I absolutely have to shout out to this person for leaving this comment. I would never ever have found these pictures if they didn't leave that comment, and this video would never have gotten made, and I never would have found out that the Blob was intentionally built and all this other fun stuff. So shout out to them. Absolutely. Just, thanks for telling me about those, because that was pretty great. And yeah, I just want this information to get out there. I don't care if I'm wrong. Like, maybe I'm just dead wrong on this. I don't care. I just want people talking about this. And so just spread the word. Tell people if you're in the FNAF community. If you're not, then you don't have to. It's not, you don't have to either way. I'm not forcing anybody to, but just, if you guys want to, just spread the word, because it would be great to get some more people seeing these and getting some, I'm gonna say, more professional opinions on this stuff. But sometimes it's also nice to have a bit of a fresh perspective on these kind of things, because maybe they've seen these pictures and just blew them off as like, oh, it's just random, picture nonsense, and then didn't stop to take a look. I would be surprised, knowing like game theory and FNAF and these people, because they like overanalyze everything. I made a whole video, 2 videos on how theories are so overanalyzed, but I think, I just want to know what they think, because I've not seen them talk about this. So anyway, that's going to be it. Enough of me rambling. This is a lot longer than I thought this was going to be, but enough of me rambling about these pictures. We're just going to kind of wrap it up here. No outro thing, because I just want to make it quick, but just let me know what you guys think about these down in the comments, because I'd really love to hear some other perspectives. Like I said, it's good to always get a fresh perspective on things. So let me know what you guys think about these down in the comments. Let me know if you guys have any ideas about what they might be, or if people have actually talked about this. Like, let me know if there's a theory going around about these pictures. So just let me know all of that down in the comments. And yeah, with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in tonight's live stream. Adios.